We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Welcome, everybody. We are so grateful you're joining us. It's just a couple days to the new year, huh?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I know. And isn't it in this week where you just eat a lot of cheese and don't do anything?
Yes.
It's the cheese week.
I'm with you, sister.
Why cheese?
Just something to just sit and eat off for yourself because it's like do nothing week.
It's the week where nothing counts.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever you want this week.
yourself.
Yeah.
I want to say I can't really focus because I love your hair, Tori. I like
You
looking at
do?
the curls. They're really
Thank
giving
you.
me life right now.
I chopped it, so thanks for that. And I think your hair looks fab.
Thank you,
Both
Tori.
you gentlemen looking dapper as well.
Thank you.
Let's get started.
I love fake compliments
All
right before the
righty.
meeting.
Ghislaine Maxwell has been found guilty, everyone, of helping Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse young girls. So throughout the trial, jurors heard from 4 women who accused Maxwell of luring them into Epstein's homes in order to have sex with powerful men, including Epstein. 2 were as young as 14 at the time. Ghislaine denied the charges, but did not take the stand in her defense. The 60-year-old now faces up to 65 years behind bars. Her lawyer says they will appeal. The lawyer for one of the victims spoke to GMA today. Here's what she had to say.
Regardless of power, privilege, whether you're a president or a prince, you will be held accountable if you engage in sexual trafficking.
Yeah, she's a sexual predator now, and we can call her that. Jeff, you've been following this a long time. What did you think when you heard guilty?
Well, I kind of want to go off of what that clip we just heard,
Please.
right? She said, whether you're a prince, an ex-president, we're coming after you.
What do you think?
So here's the thing. If Ghislaine had dirt, which is what I think everybody's interested in, right? To name names.
Right.
She might have done that before the trial, don't you think, to cut a deal? So now that she's found guilty, we talked to Mark Eiglar, who's a lawyer on our show. He said they're going to wait till after the verdict before they start naming names. So now it sounds like this isn't dead yet, or is that the people they want? Is that what she's giving the people what they want to hear? Or do I have to let this whole thing go? And maybe she doesn't know the names. Maybe she doesn't have the evidence.
She wouldn't.
Because if she did have those tapes, and again, I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole. Apparently, in Jeffrey Epstein's apartment, everything was filmed, from the bathroom to the bedroom, everything. So if he had the dirt, all these people were at his house and on his island. Those hard drives are somewhere, right?
Well, maybe she was waiting to see how this trial turned out. I mean, I wouldn't think it was crazy for somebody in her position of power to think after deliberating for 6 days, more than 40 hours, that they might still make her not guilty. So I think that now that she knows she's going to jail or facing jail time, you might hear her speak up a little bit more. I mean, there were 24 different people that spoke out against Jeffrey Epstein, and we had to hear all their different trials. She still thought, she didn't even speak. She didn't even take the stand. So she thought she might get off, I think. And now she's like, okay, this is not happening. You got to reassess if you're going to appeal. What's the plan? Appeal on what grounds?
And what leverage do you have?
That's the answer I wanted to hear. That was a good.
I know that you love this
I don't
so
know why
much,
it
so
makes
that's
me
the
so
only,
excited, and I don't know why people don't care more.
Because it's holding people accountable for horrible crimes.
But why
course you
doesn't
should feel
America
that way.
care? They care what someone said 20 years ago. They're like, this guy called me this name 20 years ago in high school, and that person's fired. This person visited a pedophile island 26 times, and everyone's like, I don't know, let's just move on.
I don't think we're moving on.
Jeff speaks for me. I cannot believe this is not the biggest story almost of our lifetime, because it combines, there's criminality, not even celebrity. I mean, the highest ranking members in society
right.
all over the globe. This was going on for decades. People found out about it. He didn't go to jail until they twisted their arm to put him in jail. He was allowed to go to jail, but
23 hours he was free.
But he was allowed to leave jail. He only really had to go on Sundays, like it was church. And like no one's like the famous people on those flight logs. And then Jeffrey Epstein passes away in prison.
Let's put that in quotes.
In such a ridiculous way that as somebody that tries to write scripts, if I turn that into a script and then he died like this, they would be like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
That 2 security guards watching America's most high-profile criminal in custody allowed him to kill himself while he's on suicide watch. Everything is ridiculous with this case, and I cannot believe that we have not seen documentaries. Why haven't we seen that?
We have now.
We have documentaries on people making cakes.
True. There is one I want to recommend. Filthy Rich, is that one?
Yeah, that was out 3 years ago
on Netflix. To check that out and just get.
And there's only
up.
4 episodes.
Yeah, it is. You know why there's a lid on it? because of the power of the people.
That's what, yeah.
Exactly.
That's why.
But Baby, It's Cold Outside is canceled. So America could rest easy. America could rest easy.
Oh,
I'm really just happy that the victims, I mean, I know they were devastated when Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, you know, but I think that now they actually have some semblance of justice, even though they'll never see Jeffrey Epstein behind bars. Ghislaine she has to admit that she's part of this, and not only part of it, really helped coerce them, and then also was right there by his side as a partner in crime, as the prosecution described her.
That's right.
Let's not forget that.
Held women down. Girls held them down. Let's not forget that.
Yes.
Sexual predator. All right. Let's move on to this, because as we look back on 2021, there are lots of videos that made us feel something. And CNN has compiled a list of some of their favorites. First up, you guys ready? Drum roll, please. A dog playing alongside a frozen pool was rescued by a quick-thinking Tennessee woman. Sid slipped into the pool, got caught under the ice, but the woman was able to then find him. We're able to report very happily that Sid made a full recovery, but that's not the only animal video from 2021. Isn't that great news?
That's amazing.
Isn't that incredible what adrenaline you get? All right, this one is the adorable puppy airlift that Al thinks looks dangerous. These puppies were rescued from overcrowded shelters in Alabama and brought to Florida, where their chances of being adopted were better.
Hopefully they brought some Febreze on that plane.
What do you mean?
It just looked like that plane probably didn't smell great.
Ow. It's probably a better place.
Both can be true. I'm happy the dogs are rescued, but can you imagine the interior?
Can you imagine the shelter they were in that was overcrowded?
Oh, I'm just talking about whoever has that plane next has got a problem.
I think you have a problem.
Okay, me too.
All right, let's just roll that prompter if we could. Just roll that. And who can forget the Navy video of what appears to be an unidentified object hovering over water before disappearing.
Well, I think America's reaction was just what Lindsay did. That was crazy. The government came out and said they're UFOs. We've been like talking about this for 100 years, and they're like, they're UFOs, and everybody's like, okay, do you want to get lunch? Like, why is this not the only story we covered this year? They're UFOs.
Well, I'm not going to accept the reality, because that scares me.
Right.
And
maybe
that's
why.
so I'm just like, oh, okay, that's crazy.
Because we don't know
and
enough.
I'm done right there. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about somebody coming down and like, with a green person, like what?
Where we are as a society. I'd rather one of those airplanes pick me up and get me out of here, because this is bananas. People are raping people on a sex island. But if someone mentioned something 50 years ago about a song that might have been disrespectful, you get the hell out of here.
Human beings are very strange. I think we go after what we feel we can control.
It's
so the Jeffrey Epstein seems like there's too many things floating, so you're like, I don't want to. But like a song or lyrics or an old video, you're like,
Take it down.
That's
I agree. And lastly, a dad put a mic on his toddler to record her adorable pep talk down the ski hill. Take a look.
Go on your ice, go on your trunk. Hi, one I Could they have a good fall?
You know what? I don't know about parents. You all three are now parents, but my mom always said when a kid falls, just tell them, good fall. Like, don't make it a big deal, or else they'll get like really upset about it. Is that right?
That's what I tell every young parent, like, because especially when there's like a barbecue or something, there's like a bunch of people running around the house and a kid falls. Adults usually, there's the air leaves the room, and I'm like, everybody be normal, get up, hey, you're fine, get up. And I turn my back, even though I'm like, oh my God, he fell hard. But I'm just like, and they'll get up. But if you go, Jeff, then I think that
it's too much attention.
So you learn that quickly, but as a baby, you know, you get after them right away, and as they get older, you count how many seconds the next breath is. The longer it is, the harder they fell.
That's
so if you hear boom, it's fine. It's fine.
Wow, I can't even think about that.
Parenting tips with DBL. Coming up on DBL, Mr. Manners is back to help make America polite again. You don't want to miss his helpful tips for a safe New Year's Eve. And from COVID vaccines to landmark court rulings, it's been another unforgettable year, and we're reviewing the top stories of 2021. So stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by
I just want to say something. When I went, drum roll, please, all I heard was Lindsay going.
Like she tried. And
you're so
because I was gonna go for it, and then everybody was silent. I'm
She's
like,
the only
damn.
one who does it. She's been doing it for 5 years. And she's the only one who does it.
Al might. It depends on Al could be in rare form and he might do it. Jeff is definitely never doing drum rolls. I should have known that.
No.
Yeah, that was what a year. What an interesting thing with the Epstein. I really wonder if I'm not trying to be morbid. If she'll stick around.
Oh, if she'll be killed.
Right, because
Or if she'll kill herself.
Yeah, it appears
it's a
that
question I
something
think a lot of people
untoward
ask.
happened to, and it's like,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, is it that crazy to think that when you have the world's most powerful people, which is usually like a tagline in a movie, but in this situation it's real, with their reputations on the line? We already seen Prince,
Albert.
Why do I want to
Prince
say
Andrew. Wait, you said Albert last night. Now Albert's in my head.
What are you guys talking about? Can I be
Prince
part of it?
Andrew. Remember when he said Prince Albert?
Oh, God,
now
he's running away.
Now Prince Albert's in my head.
Oh, geez.
So what we
Yeah, but
Prince Andrew has got to face some consequences other than losing his title.
Prince Andrew?
Prince Andrew.
There's a couple other people on that list.
I know, but let's start with some royalty. You don't have to, I mean, how about
The royalty of which world? The tech world? The presidential world?
Dude, I don't like when
the
Jeff
English
texted
world?
me. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, but
That
I
was a
think
good
this is
singer.
the only thing I think would ever touch all of those
I agree
worlds.
with you.
And that's why I think it's so interesting that Prince Andrew was even allowed to give that interview.
And I'm
Well, you know the
like
royalty.
that weird interview he
the
gave.
Crown
like,
didn't
who
want him to
agreed
do
when
it.
I talk about the videotapes in Epstein's New York apartment, they show, this is another one of those conspiracies, but they show the FBI leaving with bags and bags
they
and
have it.
bags of surveillance equipment.
So where is it?
So Ghislaine wouldn't have her hands on that unless she was smart and put something like in a safety deposit
is not
box.
only smart, she used Mossad and Russian agents to hide successfully for 2 years.
Well, that's
she
what her
has some
father
leverage.
was.
She was in New Hampshire.
Her father
Yeah,
was
but
like
moved every 2 days.
Her father, she comes from like that
She comes
lineage.
from security people.
Right, and that's what
Yeah.
her father did. But if she had that, don't you think she would have played that card?
I think maybe she's waiting to change it. Welcome back to DBL. Now, it's hard to believe that 2021 is coming to a close. It's not that hard, is it? It's good. And what a year it's been. So we're going to take a look back at some of the stories that got us talking, got you all talking. So write us into about your 10 stories that you remember. First up, 1/6. We can't forget the Capitol riots. Seemed to take everyone by surprise. Now, the rioter who gained the most attention, known as the QAnon shaman, was sentenced to 41 months behind bars. So far, more than 700 others were charged with crimes
I don't
related
understand
to the riots.
when we like lay out sentences like we're talking about a newborn. Like 41 months. Why isn't it
how
years?
long? I know. I wish they would do
I
that
don't
too.
like that. I'm sorry to
I know what you
interrupt.
mean. How many years?
2 years is 48 months is
Thank
2
you.
years.
Thank
There
you,
go.
Jeffrey.
What?
Or wait, I'm sorry, it's 4 years. I'm sorry, it's 4 years.
4 years.
I'm thinking of hours.
Okay, we're doing great here. We're doing great here this morning. Everyone get their coffee, all right? Then in April, Derek Chauvin was convicted for the killing of George Floyd. He was later sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison. And the COVID-19 vaccine became available to all adults and children 5 and over. This year, businesses and governments started imposing vaccine mandates, but also created backlash and anti-vax sentiments, just as not one, but 2 new variants, Delta and Omicron, emerged. So this table, I learned so much from every day. Linz, what story colors your mind for 2021? What do you think of?
I think it was overall the amount of people that were held accountable for taking Black lives. So from Derek Chauvin, that was the biggest one because George Floyd was the biggest story, arguably, of 2020. To see that he was held accountable was really important to me. I know everybody at this table, but I know, Al, you probably feel similarly as a Black person here. It was like something has to be done. We all saw this on tape, and we sat there and watched him kill this man, and then we now call him a murderer up here, and that's okay. I think we saw the same thing with Kim Potter, when she was just held accountable. I think that's important because Daunte Wright had a 2-year-old son. We don't ever talk about that.
Yeah.
I think Amber Geiger, who killed Botham Jean, she tried to appeal her verdict that was in 2020. She tried to appeal this year, and it's a no. So I think, like, as much as we're not seeing the justice that we deserve, which is just people would be alive, we're seeing that people are being held accountable for deciding to kill people. And even the killers from Ahmaud Arbery, the 3 men that killed Ahmaud Arbery.
Accountability.
Yeah, we could have been talking about something very different. And I mean, that was my, that's why I completely agree with you. It was the story of the year because I think we have to take ourselves back, Jeff, to where we were as a country when the Derek Chauvin verdict came down. We were all on lockdown. We all had watched the George Floyd murder several times. And if that's allowed to go, we are now...
Tensions were high, to say the least.
You know what it is? It would be like, well, now there's no rules.
Yep.
You know, you play college football. If somebody came up and poked you in the eyes right in front of the refs and nothing happened, well, you would go back and tell your team, well, the refs aren't calling anything, so we're about to, let's break out this, whatever we need to do. And that's where we were as a society. So the fact that our judicial system, which has many, many flaws, they did hold 3 people accountable that if they hadn't, I don't know where we would have been, but we would be living on a different timeline. So I want to hear, what do you think, Jeff?
1,000%.
Your guys are far above mine, and I think you're 100% right.
It's a tapestry of a year.
We're going to
mosaic.
We're going to remember exactly what you guys said, but I think tailing on that is the overcorrection of things. And this is where the difference lies. Those things need to be corrected. Those things need to be corrected, but when you overcorrect things, in the sense of Mike Richards as a metaphor I'm using here, he can't be part of the show anymore. He can't be the host anymore because society was overcorrecting things. That's where I'm going, and I'm using him as a metaphor. We have to get him out of here, right? Alex Trebek was the host, everything was going good. Now it's time to earn your paycheck, executives, and they're just making decisions based on what Twitter followers are saying instead of using their years of experience to say, listen, we're going to ride this storm out. This is the way we run our show. It's just too much overcorrectedness, and now the lines are getting blurred, and if you're on one side, you're racist or homophobic or whatever the labels are.
Sure.
We need to get our labels straight. Talk about what's important. Talk about these things need to be corrected. Real accountability, and those little things we need to let go. Baby, it's cold outside. I keep saying that. There's bigger and more important things in life. Okay?
I hear you. I think that's fair. I think cancel culture is really important. Mine is Eugene Goodman single-handedly stopping the overtaking of our government in January 6th. If there's the picture we have of him as the cop, I don't know if we have that. He led the rioters away from where he knew the Senate was being held. And I want people to remember how close we came to what you're saying, to the breakage, the crack in the globe that you're saying. That one man stopped it. One man. So Eugene Goodman is my take for Time Man of the Year. I take back Angela Merkel. So weird.
She's a good one.
No, that man deserves it. That man deserves it. We'll be right back.
What about time?
Let me.
The day after New Year's Eve is the biggest hangover day of the year. And this year might be especially difficult because of pandemic drinking habits. A top Google search trend showed a spike in alcohol-related questions, and several tweets claim there was an alarming spike in alcohol sales since last March. So let's verify. Did alcohol consumption increase during the pandemic? Our sources are a study by Bloomberg School of Public Health, a study by Columbia University, and the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. The pandemic brought on lots of changes to how we drink. Last year, many bars and restaurants were closed for months, which pushed people to drink at home. Researchers at Bloomberg School of Public Health found sales tracked by the NIAAA at liquor stores or other off-site alcohol sales increased 21% during the first 6 weeks of the pandemic, and online sales had the biggest booze bounty with a 234% jump in 2020 compared to the same 6-week period of 2019. However, researchers also noted it's possible people were simply stockpiling alcohol along with toilet paper. So we then looked at a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, which found alcohol consumption increased 14% compared to before the pandemic, with women increasing their heavy drinking days 41%. So it's true, alcohol consumption has increased during the pandemic. Nearly half of the participants in the Bloomberg study blamed increased stress for the reasons why they increased drinking. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis. To receive daily fast facts to your phone, text Verify to 202-410-8808. And to sign up for our newsletter, visit verifythis.com/email.
Welcome back. We're just days away from the 2022, and we are talking about etiquette for ringing in the new year. Earlier, we welcomed the nationally syndicated etiquette columnist, Mr. Manners, Thomas Fahali, to chat about it. Take a look.
If you're having guests over for New Year's Eve, Is there a polite way to ask their vaccination status?
That's a great question.
Is that something that we could handle this New Year's?
Yes, this is definitely the year for all of us to think about celebrating safely. So just as we just spoke about with Oprah and Gail with the birthday party for Gail's grandson, this is absolutely vital that you as a party planner are checking into things such as people's vaccination status. Are they boosted? If they're not, are they comfortable wearing a mask? Are they willing to take a COVID test the day of your party? All of this data is this intel that you gather. This is information for you, but it's also information for your other guests as well. And so you, as a responsible host, of course, you're looking out for the enjoyment of your guests, but you're also this year, more than ever, looking out for their well-being. And how can you possibly do that unless you have that information? You then take that info and you set down standards. And it may be, frankly, that your standards just aren't strict enough for some guests who are following stricter standards in their lives. Other guests may feel, you know what, your standards are too strict and I don't feel like following them. That's all good, but you set that baseline, you don't deviate from it, so you don't make exceptions for people. And that way, there are no unpleasant surprises for anyone, and we don't make this an Auld Lang Syk rather than an Auld Lang Syne when we gather for the new year.
Well said.
All right, well, Thomas, I have to ask you, what about our unvaccinated brothers and sisters? You know, like how do we politely uninvite them?
Sure. So Al, and this is a great question, and I would say ideally you don't uninvite because you haven't invited them in the first place until you know what everybody's status is. You start off, you're just gathering information. Once you've gathered that information, you make your decisions. What are my standards going to be? And it may be that you're comfortable having unvaccinated guests there, if that's your standard, providing they take that test, providing they are willing to wear a mask. If they say, I'm not vaccinated and I don't like your standards, okay, well, then they're not included in the gathering, but I still think there are ways to include them virtually, on Zoom, on FaceTime, or even the next day, you prepare that little thoughtful, if they live locally, a little care package of leftovers from the party the night before so they can still feel like they were part of the experience in a different way.
I like that.
I'm reading a book called Set Boundaries, Find Peace, and these all sound like boundaries. These are really good for me.
My boundary is reading that book.
Okay. Before we go, we do have to know what New Year's resolutions Mr. Manners makes for 2022. So what are yours and what advice do you have for DBL Nation?
Oh gosh, Tori. Well, you know, I'll tell you, there are such little things that we can all do that are so much easier than having to worry about exercising more or, losing weight the way that we want to lose weight. I think, frankly, if we can make a resolution to make sure we don't engage in these difficult conversations any longer. We remain more pleasant. So I think if you avoid the politics, not this present panel excluded, of course, from the conversation, you like that banter.
Right.
But for our everyday lives, there are long repercussions for those difficult conversations. So rather than engaging, you're not going to change opinions at this point in time. Opinions are baked in on politics, on masking. I would rather respond with something like, you don't say, or I hear you, or how interesting, and you leave it at that.
I love that.
And don't remember the little touches, the please, the thank yous, the sorries. Those little things go such a long way.
Can we get a close-up of Jeff and you? Because our viewers are writing in left and right saying how much you guys look alike.
Yeah, you guys look alike.
You guys are twins.
You don't say.
So.
You guys are twins.
You don't say.
Yeah.
He's the good
I'm very
version
flattered.
of me. If there's like a movie.
Wow.
He is the good version.
Thank you, Mr. Manners. We'll be right back.
That's a
with Heart
compliment,
Dress.
Mr. Manners.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thanks.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This year, as the coronavirus pandemic impacted all facets of life for people around the world, many were looking for trusted information about how to keep themselves and their family safe.
From vaccine mandates for federal workers to new travel protocol and claims that the COVID-19 vaccines contained a magnetic microchip. The Verified team has fact-checked dozens of claims about the coronavirus. Here are the 5 most read stories from our website, starting with number 5. On August 23, 2021, the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine received full approval from the Food and Drug Administration, making it the first COVID-19 vaccine to be approved by the FDA in the United States. It also marked the FDA's fastest vaccine approval ever. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says side effects after receiving a COVID-19 vaccine are typically mild and short-lived. But for months, many people asked whether they can bring a lawsuit against a COVID-19 vaccine manufacturer if they were to have a severe reaction, like an injury or a death after getting vaccinated. After checking with these sources, we verified that no, you can't sue a manufacturer if you get a COVID-19 vaccine injury. However, you could file for benefits under the Countermeasures Injury Compensation Program.
Taking the 4th spot is a claim that started with a series of viral videos like this showing the COVID magnet challenge. The videos claim to show a magnet sticking to the skin of a vaccinated person near the site of their injection. Some people on social media claimed these videos were proof that the COVID-19 vaccine contains a magnetic microchip. After checking with these sources, we verified that no, the COVID-19 vaccine does not contain a microchip or any particles that would cause a magnetic reaction.
That was just one of many examples of claims that stemmed from people questioning the safety of the COVID-19 vaccines. Story 3 brings us yet another. In June 2021, posts on social media suggested the spike protein created in people's bodies after receiving the Pfizer and Moderna mRNA COVID-19 vaccines is cytotoxic, meaning the protein kills cells in the body. In a tweet shared thousands of times, Dr. Robert Malone, who identifies himself as the inventor of the mRNA vaccines, wrote, quote, "The SARS-CoV-2 spike protein is cytotoxic. That is a fact. Who says so? Multiple peer-reviewed references," unquote. But we checked with our sources, including a cell biologist, microbiologist, and an infectious disease doctor. And they helped us verify that no, there is no evidence the spike protein in the COVID-19 vaccines is cytotoxic. Experts say the spike protein created in the human body after mRNA vaccination is different than the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein.
Welcome back to DBL. We want to show you a little behind the scenes, or BTS.
This is actually in front of the scenes.
Oh, in front of the scenes. Good call. Okay, whatever. Al's girl brought these weird Finnish licorice.
Salmiakki. It's a black licorice, and we're going to have Jeff like them.
We're going to give it to
You're going to try. I would just do one, Lindsay. But you're very brave.
Just do one. Only Jeff likes them of everyone. Okay, 3. Let's see how she takes it.
Okay, we're doing good.
No,
that's not a good face.
Crying?
No,
Is she crying?
Okay.
She's crying.
Okay.
It's like a bowl of salt.
Yeah. She got better. She did better
around breakfast time.
All right, let us know if you're finished. We're finished with that. Great show today. Bye, everyone.
Look at her.
No, it's breakfast time.